Brian Kelly clears the air about the Garrett Nussmeier injury rumors. You'll hear the full comments next. Locked on LSU. Here we go.
You are Locked On LSU, your daily podcast on the LSU Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Okay, let's get it. It is Locked on LSU, your team every day. I'm your host, Matt Moscona. Thanks so much for making us your first listen. We are free, available wherever you get podcasts, of course, on YouTube as well. So please subscribe. As always, one of the fastest ways to help us grow is by leaving your comments below. So thank you sincerely for that. It's a week that the headlines have largely been dominated by Garrett Nussmeier injury rumor, which is exactly what it amounted to and nothing more than that. Just to catch you up, media had practice availability Monday, Tuesday. LSU practice Wednesday. The media was not allowed to attend. Sometime Wednesday afternoon, internet rumors began that Garrett Nussmeier had suffered a knee injury. Some had even said ACL damage, things along those lines, which sent me and others who cover the team into a bit of a frenzy trying to get what information that we could. It became very clear, very apparent very quickly that there was really nothing there at all. Everything that I got immediately back was that he was fine. That on Wednesday there was something that aggravated something in the knee, and that what I was told by one person was that Nuss had to take himself out for one play. Literally, I had someone use the word tendonitis to me, but I never said that on air because I didn't have it confirmed, but from one person, and I wasn't going to go to air with that. Brian Kelly, however, did confirm that. So the team was off on Thursday. It was a recovery day. Hat tip to the LSU social media team, which very deftly put out some photos of Garrett Nussmeier on Twitter and Instagram from practice. And then on Friday morning, not only did they put out photos of Nuss at practice Friday, but also a post from the team day on Thursday night where they went to an arcade. And there was a photo, a full-length photo, by the way, of Garrett Nussmeier playing air hockey. So you could see that he had no brace on his knee. There was nothing wrong at all, which I think we all sort of knew at this point, as everyone should. But when media availability was canceled on Friday, that led other people to wonder and speculate. Are they canceling this media availability because they're hiding something with Garrett Nussmeier? No, they were trying to control the narrative, and it's exactly what we said on the show that they were doing, and it's exactly what they were doing. We were scheduled to speak with Joe Sloan on Friday at 11:30 Central Time, immediately following practice. Before Joe Sloan walked in to meet with reporters, Brian Kelly, unannounced, came in, did not even stand behind the podium, just in front of the room and spoke. Thankfully, I had my phone out. I did video it. Brian Kelly spoke for 3 minutes and 21 seconds. I will let you hear it in its entirety. Then we'll come back and react to it here on Locked on LSU.
Just for the record, he has tendonitis, patella tendonitis. He does not have a torn ACL. We have not amputated his leg. He has a PO'd, and you know the initials that, patella tendon. He was out there today throwing. Tomorrow he'll be back out, most likely in a practice situation. So I thought we'd calm everybody down. And a lot of that is due to his 2023 Osgood ladder surgery that he had, where the tendon was irritated back then. So this is just chronic. PO'd it a little bit, and we'll calm it down, and the world is still around.
Any long-term effects or
No, it's tendonitis. You know, tendonitis is managed every single day around the world for all kinds of different ailments. But no, I mean he'll be, like I said, we'll just like a bad ankle that you're going to come back in. He'll be back out. He was throwing today. We'll be back out tomorrow.
Was it like a play that happened or something like that?
I think he just planted, the wrong way. And when you have something that is, a pre-existing condition, you can piss it off real easy, and that's kind of what happened. Good.
Tendonitis in his patella.
It's patella, the patella tendon.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's where he has tendonitis. Did I not articulate that very well?
I'm just not very smart.
Well, listen, listen, for somebody to articulate, for me, that's hard to do, right? You've seen how good I'm at that. But the patella tendon, tendonitis, it's not torn, there's no fraying, there's none of that. This is pre-existing, and he probably just planted the wrong way. There's nothing really to see on film with it, but it pissed it off. Aggravated it would be the better way to put it for me, if you guys articulate for me. He aggravated it a little bit, but he's good to go.
Left knee or right knee?
No, I mean, you let it calm down, just like anytime you have something like that. You know, generally they use a Medrol pack or something, you know, to take the inflammation out. But it's on the scale of 1 to 10. This is like a 1.5 on the scale of 1 to 10. So, and that's just being honest with you. So we get the right information out there, you know, regarding Nuss, and then Joe can get to, you know, the real pertinent questions you want to ask about who's going to start.
Is it left knee or right knee?
I'm not sure. Is it the right or left? I'm not even sure.
Okay.
That's how big it. That's how it's not a serious injury, and it's like guys dealing with tendonitis virtually every day in life. Take 2 aspirins and I'll call you in the morning. Right? This is more precautionary.
Today's episode is brought to you by Wayfair. As summer winds down, there's something nice about getting back into a routine that you love, and Wayfair makes it easy to set yourself up for the season ahead. From bedding and linens to storage solutions for every room, Wayfair is your one-stop shop to refresh your home. As a matter of fact, my wife and I have used Wayfair a ton. My desk at my home office is a Wayfair desk. The chair at my home office is from Wayfair. We actually got our patio furniture out by our pool from Wayfair. We are Wayfair customers, and you should be as well. So get organized, refreshed, and back to routine for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Today's episode is also brought to you by FanDuel. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, you're eyeing a long shot division winner, or you're ready to crown your Super Bowl champion before week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. So take a flyer on the MVP race. You know I love Joe Burrow in that race. You can crown your champion in August. Unfortunately, not going to be the Saints, but I'm going to go with the Bengals. Or you can parlay your division winner dark horses. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bet now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel. Play your game. Okay, so you heard what Brian Kelly had to say. I wanted to play it uninterrupted in its entirety, 3 minutes and 21 seconds. It's patella tendonitis, probably from an injury he suffered back in 2023, just lingering effects. It's inflammation. This is such a nothing burger. And I actually had someone reply to me after posting and say, you see, it was something. No. Let's be very clear. This is nothing. By contrast, Aaron Anderson practiced the first day in fall camp. Literally has not practiced since, until Friday. By the way, Joe Sloan confirmed to me after his media availability Friday that Aaron Anderson was back on the field Friday. Aaron Anderson, your leading returning receiver and leader in receptions and receiving yards from a season ago, has not practiced since the first day. And there's no melt over that. Garrett Nussmeier has not missed a practice. He was out there again on Friday. Practice. You heard Brian Kelly say it. And then he's going to practice again on Saturday when they go scrimmage. Point being, like, this is a nothing burger. Brian Kelly said on a 1 to 10, it's a 1.5. He said there's nothing even on film. Like, there's not a moment. There was some cockamamie report somebody put out there about how Garrett Nussmeier banged his knee on an offensive lineman's knee brace. Clearly, that's not true. Brian Kelly said there's nothing even on film. What I was told is Garrett Nussmeier felt some discomfort. He took himself out for a play. And so this is such a non-thing that Brian Kelly didn't even know what leg, what knee it was in. He turns to Brandon Berrio, one of the SIDs who works with Michael Bonnet in the sports information department, He said, I don't know. He looks at Barrio. He's like, do you know? Barrio didn't know. Nobody even knows what knee this is. It's such a nothing burger. I'm going to tell you what. Now let me be wildly speculative. Let me be speculative here. Okay, I'm being very clear. I am speculating. You go out to practice. You got 85 scholarship players. You got 120 dudes in uniform. You got coaches. You got analysts. You got support staff. You've got doctors, you've got trainers, you've got sports information people, you've got the video people. I mean, you've got people all over with cameras, video in the practice, some squirting water into the players' mouths. You got guys on the tower shooting video, field level shooting video, end zone, all over the place because they video every practice. So they can go back and assess and look at reps. You've got 200 people on the practice field. Somebody, probably a student, again, wildly speculative. Somebody probably saw Garrett Nussmeier go, a little sore in the knee, working it out, takes himself out, goes after practice, tells his buddy puts something on the internet, hey, source tells me Nuss hurt his knee, and then boom, 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 and that's how a rumor starts, like a game of telephone. It's why I'm going to say again right now what I said in the episode when I addressed this. Consider the source. Always consider the source. Whoever you deem to be credible. Consider the source. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's not me. That's fine if it's not me. I don't care. If you deem me credible, cool. If not, that's okay. What about Wilson Alexander, who covers the team for The Advocate? What about someone like Scott Rabelais or Michael Cobble or Jacques Doucet, or people that have been on the LSU beat forever that have cultivated good relationships to get information? Maybe it's national guys who cover the team very well. If it's Ross Dellinger or Bruce Feldman or some of the guys who Pete Nakos, some of the guys that do a really good job nationally that have good sources within different teams and programs. So consider the source. If you see something or hear something about a player and it's something, especially something as significant as this, and you don't see someone credible reporting it, chances are it's not real, like this. And so now something that's a complete nothing, as Brian Kelly said, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 1.5, something that, but for this rumor, would have never even been noticed. Like, no, we could have been at practice, seen Garrett Nussmeier go, stretch out his leg, come out for play, go back in. We would have never thought anything of it. Nobody would have even mentioned it. Because at this point in football, in a collision sport, everyone deals with something. Everyone has something. Nick Anderson still missed all last year with a quad. He was dealing with a concussion the first day. Aaron Anderson's dealing with a knee thing. Like, everybody's got something. Dudes are out there. Jordan Gilbert's coming back from shoulder surgery. Harold Perkins coming off an ACL. Jacoby and Guillory's coming off an Achilles. You don't think all those guys have some bit of discomfort, pain, whatever may be leading that? Point is, all this to say, Garrett Nussmeier's fine. Brian Kelly disclosed it there, told you everything you needed to know. Onward. Now, Joe Sloan and this offense have to kick it in high gear because the defense has an early lead in fall camp, which I think is probably to be expected. And this offensive line has a lot of ground to make up over the next 2 weeks till they get into game week for Clemson. And they got a really big challenge ahead. So now we can leave the Nussmeier conversation alone. We think hopefully, back to my starfish example, to the everydayers who heard it, doing things like this, it's not going to make a difference to the masses, but like the little boy throwing the starfish back in the water makes a difference for that one. Maybe there's 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 of you who are going to hear this, and it'll actually resonate and make a difference, and for that, it's worth it. But LSU will be back on the practice field on Saturday with a scrimmage, and then next week, it is practice every day as they start really ramping up through the second full week of fall camp to get toward game week for LSU and Clemson. Of course, we'll be here with you every step of the way on Locked On LSU. Hey, thanks so much for making us your first listen. We're free, available wherever you get podcasts, so please subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate us, leave a review. If you're on YouTube, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And let a friend know if they love the Tigers. We got you here every single day for Locked On LSU, your team every day.